they've
Mm.
both trained at such a high level since then. But I don't think you can alter your power as much.
This is Jonathan Agnew of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by the man with the best nickname in boxing, Dorian Dark Fruits Darch. So you obviously got a fight coming up in a few weeks. To tell us about it.
I'm fighting a guy called Vladimir Skirtu. I don't really know a lot about him. He's had one BKB fight, but he lost against Kamil Sokolowski. But Kamil Sokolowski is an animal. You know what I mean? He should have done much more in traditional boxing if he had the backing. I think he's just a little bit small for a heavyweight, but he had beat loads of prospects. I think he beat Lucas Brown personally, which is a massive win, but he got robbed out in Scotland, I think it was. I watched the fight and I couldn't believe it when the judges give it to Lucas Brown. But I've sparred Camille as well, and he is a very hard man. So there's no disrespect in losing to Camille. So people will look at Vladimir's record now and say, "Oh, Camille knocked him out," but Camille will knock most men out in bare knuckle, probably including myself. So
So,
it's a tough fight.
so this fight is it's just a normal boxing fight. Is it bare knuckle or?
Bare knuckle for
Oh
the
wow,
BYB, BKB now. The British BKB have been bought out by an American company called BYB, and they
yeah.
fight in a trigon. They call it like a triangular ring. So it's the first show they do it in Wales. So that'll
So
be it.
so how excited are you? I mean, it's completely different format from what
Yeah,
you
to be
do.
honest with you, I've never boxed in. Well, no one would have unless it comes in a triangular ring. But it's a 20 foot equilateral triangle. So all sides are 20 foot. But I imagine the corners, once you get stuck in a corner, you're knackered. But like you said, it's impossible to train for because who the fuck's got a triangle ring in the gym?
I mean,
Mhm.
you've been in with some of like the toughest guys possible. Do you think that like prepares you for something like this?
Yeah, and I've obviously been whacked by a few big men. But being whacked with no gloves on is totally different to being whacked with gloves on. Even though they're only 10-ounce gloves in professional boxing, taking them off then because I've had a few BKBs. And I don't know if you can see the scars on my face. Like, 'cause I got ginger skin, you only got to look at me and I got and cut me. So that's my downfall. But just have another go.
How does like the sparring compare when you're training for something like this? You know, like you
you,
say,
you can't you can't spar better. Like I went sparring yesterday and I wore 14-ounce gloves and head guards because you're just damaging each other. Otherwise, you can't physically spar with no gloves on. Otherwise, you're going to get cut or knocked out.
mm,
So you can't really do it until you're in the ring. So there's no way you can prepare for it really. I
and
heard some boys spar with UFC gloves on again, but you're going to get cut. Especially me, I'll cut the ribbons like. So then the fight wouldn't go ahead.
mm, and you know what's the goal here? Do you want to how far do you want to get in this kind of
I, I,
format?
I just want to keep on fighting, but whilst I'm fit, that's all. Because the name Dark Fruits, when I'm not fighting, I'm drinking dark fruits, so it's no good for me. So it keeps me off the beer. I'm 40 years of age, but I still feel fit. You know what I mean? I'm still fit enough to compete the BKB level. No, like I'm probably not fit enough. No, in boxing when I was fighting up and coming prospects and things. 3 minute. But this is another thing now. This BYB is 3 minute rounds, whereas BKB was 2 minute rounds, which favoured me. So I've had to start training 3 minute rounds again now, which is fucking hard compared to 2 minutes.
And you know, to how can fans you know get tickets and see this?
It's a sellout to be honest, but I've sold 140 tickets. It's a
Wow.
small venue. I'm surprised it didn't go for a bigger venue. We're only holds 1,300 people. The Vale in Penarth in Cardiff. So I think it's too late now, but there'll be a link soon of the date and they can watch it on live streamed, I think it'll be.
Okay, brilliant. So you will you post that link on your social
Yeah,
media?
I'll post it sooner the time. Yeah, I'll check it on my Instagram and my Twitter.
Okay, stay tuned for that. Dorian, obviously, we haven't seen you in a boxing ring since the Dave Allen fight. You
Yeah.
know, did you kind of you know want a bit of a break from boxing? Could you not get the fights?
No, to be honest, I tried to get my license back, but the British Boxing Board of Control think I'm too old to have a license apparently. So
Right.
that's where it ended.
Mm. What do you make of the heavyweight scene right now? I mean, we've got some big fights coming up. You know, Fury trying to get revenge over Usyk. We've got AJ Dubois. What do you make of it all?
Yeah, it's good to be honest with you, but it's good for boxing and their big fights, brings attention to it. But it's all this all the fights now. The new Vegas now is out in what's it called now, where they fighting out with the
Saudi Arabia.
out in Saudi, yeah. So that takes a bit away from it because obviously you want to see the big fights on home soil. But I think Dubois and AJ is on home soil, isn't it? But if the Saudis are doing the show, and they,
That's it. Yeah, that's at Wembley. Obviously
yeah,
you fought both of them. How do you think that fight's going to go?
I think, in all fairness to Dubois, since the Joyce fight, I think he's got a lot tougher because I think he more or less gave up in a Joyce fight. But Herjavec caught him with loads of right hands, and he kept on fighting. But you can't take that many right hands fighting Joshua. You put to sleep.
Mm. In
Mm.
terms of, how obviously you've been in with both, how would you compare the power between both of them?
AJ's got one punch knockout power, and Dubois, when he hit me, I've seen him knock other boys out, but my personal opinion, he was hitting me down, but they weren't concussive punches. They were just bowling me over. I had a cabbage ass for the fight. He hit me down so much, like, but cauliflower ass, sorry, but I weren't hurt at any point. Whereas AJ hit me in the temple, and I lost all my senses. My legs were gone.
Mm. And a lot of people would think maybe Dubois, he's younger, he might have the speed on his side. Do you think that's the case? Is he quicker than AJ or not?
To be honest with you, I thought Dubois was a better boxer. No, like I'd throw a jab and he'd hit me with two shots, whereas AJ was a bit more robotic. But both fights were years ago, so you probably can't take a lot from them if you know what I mean. They
Mm.
both trained at such a high level since then. But I don't think you can alter your power as much, and I think AJ has got the more power out of the two.
I was gonna say, how do you think AJ's changed? Because obviously, you know,
Yeah,
on on
I think
on.
after the I think after the Ruiz fight, he was like gun shy, wasn't he, for a while? But he seems to be back to his nasty self now, which he needs to be. You know what I mean? He tried to box Usyk. Why the fuck would you try to box Usyk? Like, you know what I mean? He should have just tried to steamroll him, in my opinion. But what do I know?
Well, a lot because you have been in
Yeah,
with a lot of tough guys. I
yeah.
mean, you know, when you look back at that, when it's all said and done, to fight all these guys, I mean, what does it mean to you to? I know it didn't go your way,
Well,
but you've been in with the best.
yeah, you can always say like I fought the world champion. No one can take that away from me, and he didn't drop me. AJ didn't. I'm one of the only ones he hasn't dropped. Knocked me out on my feet, but he didn't drop me. It's my claim to fame.
What do you think of the rematch between Usyk and Fury?
I think Fury. I don't know. Fury's had to give his body too much of a hard life. I think now. I think he's no like the drug abuse and alcohol abuse, and I think it's all catching up to him. And I think he's mentally not in a very good place. So I think it's going to go the same way I do. Fury had no like he. Fury calls like Joshua a bodybuilder and he can't take a shot and that, but that fight should have been stopped. Usyk punched him all around the ring in the ninth round, I think it was,
Yeah.
even though you can't take it away from Fury, his powers of recovery, because how we come back from that, getting punched from pillar to post in that round is unbelievable. But he was calling him a middleweight, and he got punched around the ring by him, didn't he?
Have you ever sparred him, Fury?
No, I fought Huey Fury,
Oh yeah,
it's his cousin, but I've never sparred Tyson Fury. I've seen Tyson Fury once in the flesh, and he's a monster of a man. Like
yeah,
he got a duck to go through. He come to I think I fought Huey Fury in York Hall, and Tyson Fury was there, and he walked through I don't know if you've ever been to York Hall, the little shitty changing rooms. There's only like fit two people in there, and Tyson Fury's got a duck to walk through doors. Like that's how big of a man he is.
yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
we got Joyce against Derek Chisora coming up in a
Yeah.
couple of weeks. How do you think that's going to go?
Well, it depends what Derek Chisora turns up, doesn't it? You know what I mean? You don't know what you're going to get with him, do you? Whether he's going to train or whether he's just going to. But Derek Chisora is no pushover for anyone if he wants to come and fight. Do you know what I mean? He's strong as a fucking ox. He's like a little bull, isn't he? But he can take a shot as well. And I don't think Joyce is a one punch knockout artist, but he got a massive engine, hasn't he? So I think Joyce will beat him personally, but you can never. I wouldn't put a bet on it. Like,
Hmm. Well, Dorian, just finally back to yourself. Tell everyone. Obviously, you're going to post the link to your fight on your Instagram and Twitter. Where do people follow you and get the information for that?
My name, I think, on Twitter and Instagram is Dorian Dark Darch, and believe it or not. And yeah, close to the time, I think tickets are all gone now, so you're out to luck for tickets. But close to the time, I'll be putting a link up on both social media platforms, and so people can tap the link and click in and watch it on there.
Oh,
5 weeks.
best of luck
Mm.
in
All right.
training, Dorian. Look forward to seeing how it goes. Interested to know how it compares, between the boxing and this. And yeah, good luck with everything.
All right. Thank you very much, bud. Cheers, buddy.
Appreciate it. Take care,
All
man.
right. Ta-ra, bud. Ta-ra,
Bye,
bud.
mate.